this was at AGM.
When I was at the AGM, well, I figured how, I used to clean up the break room just because I couldn't stand, it's like being at home and somebody comes in and there's not a clean spot on the counter anywhere for you to do, make your coffee or whatever you want to do. So I just go through every morning and wipe it up. And anyway, they asked me, says, you want to work banquets during the holidays? Because they always needed extra people. And I said, well, I don't know what to do. And they said, you can do it. And I thought, well, why not? If you clean up after a family, it's got to be similar to that. And serving, you know, not cooking, just serving. Well, I got the penguin suit, and I've got probably a picture in there too. It's, you know, the little bow tie and the striped shirt, and whatever the vest or the jacket was striped, I guess. And we did just food because there was cocktails, and
So you
but
were
their
serving.
tray, a hotel tray in a banquet is this big. And then when you talk about plates on the tray, they are stacked. They can be stacked 6 high, and those are big china plates with covers. Then you have the big tray with the drinks. Those are the ones you want to handle because keeping that thing flat, it won't. Because once it starts to tip, it's the Titanic. It's gone. Well, this one night, I had a small one, a little round one. It's New Year's Eve. Remember Danny Wade? He was the CEO at the MGM when I first started. They're a great guy. He went to UNLV. He started out as a dealer, became a CEO, went to corporate a couple of years later. And nice, nice man. Well, he and his wife were there, and I had their table. Of course, and the guy that was with me was an old, well-experienced banquet server, and he's big help. You know, they would usually carry for me and let me set. You know? And what you do is banquets, you go in and you have this huge room, and you have to, they roll the tables in and they roll the chairs in. They'll set those up for you, and that's it, depending on how many people there are and how many they want sitting there. It could be anywhere from 6 to 12 at a table, the size of the tables. And we go in and put the tablecloths down, you know, the silverware, the napkins, the glasses, everything in order. It's supposed to be in a centerpiece if you have one. And make sure that's all done before the guests get there. And then they bring everything on these huge carts. I mean, everything is huge because they're feeding so many people.
How many at average?
Oh, it depends on the party. There could be 1,000. You know, and it blew me away. It's so big. But anyway, they were there, and she wanted a Coke. And that was just took a, you know, it's a non-alcoholic drink order for this particular table. And I went and got them, and I came back, and I'm standing there with my tray, trying to keep it flat. I had to go up and down the hallway practicing to do this stuff, just to learn how to do it, because it's just so much more than you think. And I had turned around, and somebody bumped me, and the tray went over down her back. She had a backless dress on. And it was just, she was like this. I said, oh my gosh. Danny said, don't worry about it, it's okay. And they were so nice. And I said, let me find you a towel. Well, I am in a room that is 10 times bigger than this house.
Right, yeah.
And a dish towel or anything to wipe anything up with is not there.
Yeah.
So I have to go clear back out around to the kitchen. And she's meanwhile sitting there just getting soaked more and more. But finally got back to her and wiped her up. But, oh, jeez.
And you talked about the setup.
Embarrassing. Oh.
The setup, as I remember, it's very, very regimental. Isn't it when you go?
Yeah.
Describe that when you set up a table, when you get it set up.
Well, your tablecloth, depending on what they want. See, again, this is where a convention service manager or wedding planner plans all this stuff. It might have another piece that goes over the top, another one going this way, so, depending on what the theme of the party is. Or it can just be a tablecloth or a double tablecloth.
But when you have a lot of people there that are doing this at the same time.
Yeah.
It's very.
You just get it, everybody goes in and covers as much territory as you can in as short a time as you can. It's just all fast. And you don't forget anything. And they have everything is sitting near a table so that you can get to go back and get all the forks or get all the silverware or the napkins or the plates or whatever. So when you got all the plates, cups, saucers, and all the silverware, depending on what the dinner is, you know, how many pieces you're going to have. So, anyway, it's but they work hard, and those people make over $100,000 a year just doing banquets.
Wow.
It's a very lucrative, but it's very hard work, carrying all that stuff.
How much did they paid you by the banquet?
They pay you after it's a percentage
Oh,
of the whole
oh,
bill.
really?
Yeah, and they split it up between everybody. So that's why it's cost so much money. You're renting that big room and all the service that goes with it.
Yeah.
They might have an open bar or 2 bars or 3 or 4 in the room, depending on the size of the room. But, I just did a couple of seasons for over the holidays, office parties. Like if your office party came and rented a little room. And, or some big, the company. And everybody's all dressed up. It's fun to go and fun to see, who's there and they're
Yeah.
all in their finest.